Good afternoon, everybody in America and around the world, turning into the Dr. Funny One podcast and live stream and television network. How are you doing today? What is up, everybody? I'm just chilling like a villain, hanging out in my bed, figuring that everybody at KCLD has suddenly turned homosexual and not my friend just because I have a cooler podcast than they do, especially JJ. He claims he's not. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And Bradshaw and Bryant rocks. Same thing with JSSMN.com, JSSUSA.com, WhitLawFirm.com. What's up, Cat and JJ in the Playhouse? Everybody over at um 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 Derek Lee in the afternoons, which Derek Lee runs on his own. You guys rock. What's up, everybody from the Dave Ryan in the morning show, Fallon in the afternoons over at KDWB. That's KDWB.com and 104.7 KCLD.com. They hate me. I know that. I know I'm the worst boss ever. I know. It sucks. Work life sucks. Just think you could work in a group home instead of working at a radio station in a high threat level job versus the Hennepin County and Lake County sheriffs are out to get you guys, right? Called you need police and military backup in order to get into my home, which sucks. Or at least someone to pretend they're a court officer and have some sort of fake proof, thinking I want to be woken up in the morning when I don't sleep very well at night anymore and have a reason not to. No matter how many public apologies I get, I still won't forgive the people that wronged my family. Wow, isn't that great? And Robin Bellina and Kay Schneider, you guys rock. Same thing with you, Kathy Gabriel. Kay Schneider, you're the best. Same thing with you, Jevelo. Everybody over at JSS rocks. I'm really at a loss for words. Just my disdain for people who are convicted of lying repetitively. They lie so much they think they're gonna force it into the truth box over here, when the real truth box is up here, called the judges have had me under surveillance the entire time, including Crash Patel, the NSA, and the other branches of the government, which they can believe that they haven't, or so they have dirt on me when they don't, because I usually sit alone and do absolutely nothing unless I'm throwing a party with my girlfriend, which I haven't done in many years. And yes, it resulted in having kids, and not kids with kids. Unlike some people we know that work at KCLB or used to work at KCLB that do enjoy stalking celebrities repetitively or their owners of the stations. Am I right or am I wrong, Cat and JJ in the Playhouse? Because they stalk them too. And Minnesota used to be known as the state of radio, also not owned by ABC but owned by Walt Disney and Jimmy Carter, which is what people forget in their history books of who owned what and who inherited what. Unfortunately, that is the case. And no one cares who gets hurt. Unfortunately, I have to care. And I have to worry about everybody when I don't want to. And I'm sick of it. I got thrust into the spotlight as a minor, not understanding the repercussions of what it would mean as an adult. And here I sit in my mid 40s, mid to early 40s, with no career other than a podcast and owning a bunch of crap, being stalked, and I don't think it's fun. Yay. Well, Ariana Grande and Selena Gomez, Taylor Swift, Camila Cabello, Avril Lavigne, Shakira, Christina Aguilera, Mila Kunis, Miley Cyrus, Madison Beer, Jenna Ortega, Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter, Emma Myers, Emma Watson, Emma Stone, Olivia Rodrigo, Victoria Justice, Adriana Lima, and the rest of the Victoria's Secret cast, and the original girls from X that do like me and do enjoy my company online. What's up, ladies? Especially the Hooters models and the Twin Peaks models. You guys all rock. I cannot wait to have some extra cash to go into a bar, drink a beer there, and actually be cared above this 44 at least for an hour for a beer. That's how boring my life has actually become and mundane. Because it's called constant court, which I am the one being misconstrued as the defendant when I am not the defendant. Usually the plaintiff for We Are the People, which I can't stop now and don't want to. Unfortunately, that screws up my wake and sleep cycle because I'm worried about how my family's doing and if they're being stalked, what they're doing for fun, who they're hanging out with, what they want to do for life. They all wanted TV shows out of me. We did that. They wanted them all brought back. We did that too. They all wanted to go meet new people and leave me over it. That's fine. My mom's dead. No more abuse. Now I'm going to be misconstrued as being abusive just because I'm pissed and don't receive phone calls from anyone anymore and have to hear it over radio and television versus over my own damn cell phone and a two-way conversation. Whether I'm mic'd or not, it's no fun. I don't enjoy it. It's called work, relationship repair, all kinds of other therapeutic words I'm not going to use that are going to be used against me in a fake courtroom, only to lose more loved ones and family members. Things called people called wives and babies. and more war heroes dying on the battlefield. That isn't easy. Sending my condolences to the next person under me in the military. That's no fun. And no, I don't want to shave my hair and go live on Camp Lejeune base in a military uniform, but it's come to that just so I can eat decent food again. That's what I've been asking for the whole time, but no, they don't care. Or Camp David. I'd love to go to Camp David as long as I don't have to live there in uniform and cut my hair and have my hair styled. Because I don't care anymore. The only thing I care about is finishing out court. The court's a year-round process for me in that position. You can check that out at whitlawfirm.com. What who's and what's it? Members of the press, which is what you should be doing, or jssmn.com. And who's and what's it's in court and what court's over, because it's no fun. We need to set up press offices for this show, Kathy Gabriel and Faith Schneider, and more retraction newspapers and articles and magazines backing this up. So unfortunately, people are now stalking me over radio because I choose to listen to radio and watch the news instead of watching TV. That's my decision. I shouldn't be publicly harassed by Donald Trump, who's a convicted rapist. He may not need to hear it about his own therapeutic when he needs to deal with his sexual dysfunction. And Hope Hicks, you should force him into that to make sure that he goes into a therapeutic state so he can understand what he did wrong. There's got to be a way you can break it into him and J.D. Vance's brains, or Jason David Vance's brains, which is what J.D. Vance stands for. And the only reason why he shortened it to J.D. Vance is because he didn't want his name searched by the cops in other states. Yet those hits and AFIS are still there, and mine not. Yet people like to lie, cheat, and steal me out of my livelihood. Interesting. And to all my mental health clients, I do apologize to you guys for being so upset about the whole situation. You guys just need therapy. I've been through it so many times, they don't even want me back in therapy class because I'll make my therapist cry. And have. They can't even get through my file without crying. And I'm the one being stalked and basically child molested on. It sucks. Yet I'm supposed to be the one that's got enough therapeutic recollection of all my skills in DBT and the rest of the therapy classes and everything that I went through professor college to learn about, and all my PhDs to deal with that. And without family in my life, or at least calling me, I don't know how that's even possible. And being restricted from them when they shouldn't have even gone out on the limb and even left in the first place, or forced me to leave my home under those changes. No one took into account who my family was, which got made out of people that adopted me. And they all got pissed off due to television and a fake indictment. Even the press knew it was a fake indictment, yet they kept pushing buttons and pushing buttons and pushing buttons just to send me undercover. Now I'm sitting here broke with no friends. It's so fun. And no one emails me except for businesses wanting money. Isn't that fun? Not for me. So I had to become friends with my law firms, which is probably unethical, considering the fact they're my coworkers, and I get paid per tax, per attack ad, per raunchy press story that the FCC doesn't block from my own television, yet blocks it from you, the American people, so you don't cry, which sucks. Yet I'm doing court every single day for arraignments and everything else that aren't my own arraignments, and I'm supposed to deal with that. I got a year off, which is over. Now it's back to work at my law firm from home, which I want to do court Zoom instead of over the phone arraignments. I hate over the phone arraignments. They never seem to work. They keep committing crimes. Repetitive. The only thing I can do is rehabilitate them. And it sucks. And for the people that do give a crap about me, why don't you try calling me through my law firm, whitlawfirm.com or jssusa.com, and ask for Judge Lowercase Schneider. Because I can't work at CGW anymore, whether I'm a partner or not, over someone stalking me through my own offices. A firm I helped form, or an office I helped form, got them plenty of business, and they still don't care about me. They don't call, they don't write. I called them once, they've answered once in the whole last 3 years I've been going through them. But yet I'm still forced to go to court for them. No friendship. All to remain impartial. That's no fun. Well, that's going to conclude today's podcast. So if you think your problems are big, deal with mine for a minute. Maybe the retraction page for this podcast and live show can give you the mounting problems in my life that I'm dealing with my own family and their own struggles of wanting to see me and being restricted by court. Or maybe Pat Kessler can fact check his old best friend Richard Witt on why I'm so stressed out. Give him the bullet points, Pat Kessler, of why I'm so stressed out. And I do know why I'm so stressed out when the things are on the horizon that are looking up a positive for me. Attack press and attack ads that people think are fun to run without knowing one of the candidates. But come on, America, you know me. You know my personal struggles in life. You know cults are out to get me because I appeared in TV and movies under pseudonyms and cameos as a small child. And those cult classic horror films that I don't like starring in because of that reason. Or going on RuPaul's Drag Race, which I did for my own damn dramatic pleasure of making gay people pissed off at me. Do I enjoy doing drag? Hell no. I don't even like wearing clothes. No, I'm not a nudist. Can't even sleep in my own damn bed naked without being woken up by something stupid. Well, like I said, that's the end of today's podcast or live stream. I'll talk to you guys again as soon as I can get some appropriate news to release. Other than Ari, Selena, the rest of the girls, I love you guys. Stay safe. Babies, I love you too. Peace out. Have fun. Stay safe. Peace. Be kind to one another. Have your pets spayed or neutered. That's hot. Yada, 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 yada. Oh, out. And peace out, everybody.